We have breaking news this evening out of Old Trafford, with Manchester United expected to announce unknown Australian Aussie villain as the club's new manager following the surprise sacking of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Now let's cross live to Manchester for the announcement. Are you sure you want to do this? Ole was doing such a good job. All right then, all right. Thank you everybody. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Aussie Villain and I am the new manager here at Manchester United, and I've been installed to oversee a new era here at the club. No more will we be relying on overpriced, overpaid, fancy Dan foreigners. Oh no, from this day forth it is English only here at Manchester United. Not British, England only. Oh look, sit down will you, Nigel, mate. This isn't about you anymore. This is about reinstilling English principles eroded by the foreign influx and... Actually, Nigel, would you like to be a consultant? Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Manchester United, All England Manchester United. We are going to try and we'll just win as much as we can. We'll sort of hopefully get to the Champions League. I'm not sure how long this will go for. I'm thinking maybe 3 to 5 seasons-ish. We don't want to sort of dwell on too long. If you can see a white paw, that is my cat Morty that has decided to join us for this opening episode. I should say, if you are new to the channel, make sure that you are subscribing, ring the bell so you know when I upload new episodes, and also hit thumbs up to like this video, leave me comments. All these sorts of things help the YouTube algorithm, and it will help other people find the series. So this is it. We're going to be all England. That means no non-English players. And it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Now, let's have a quick start by having a look at the club. It's Manchester United. We all know roughly about it, don't we? I am the manager. Don't ask why an Australian has been put in charge of all England. It's just, I don't know. It's just is what it is. Harry Maguire is the captain. He can obviously stay, but Bruno Fernandes, he will be leaving because he's not English. That is the rule. When we come back for our first game at the end of the transfer window, I have to have all the non-English players out and replaced with English players. So it's going to be a big challenge to not just be competitive, but we've still got to meet these goals. We've still got to, what do they want from us? We've still got to reach the Champions League semi-final. We still got to qualify for the Champions League through the league and reach the FA Cup final as well. So there's a lot that we need to, there's a lot to work on here, isn't there? So it's going to be a big challenge. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is going to be very tough. Now, if we have a look at the squad, now these are the basic rules that I've set for this. English players only. Now, if we were to get a player that comes through the academy that might be, well, if we go and have a look at the academy, see if we can find an example of it, but someone who might be, say, a Czech right now, but if we go and have a look at their information, so if they have if they're eligible to play for England, for example, when they come through the academy, then they can stay. But as soon as they're capped by another country, that's it. They're dead to us. They cannot play for us at that point. So that is the general rule. I am also going to try and have English-only staff. That might take a little bit longer because it's going to be boring for me to try and get everybody, all the non-English staff and replace them. But that's the goal anyway. We'll try and do that. Now, usually I have a rule where the scouts have to find the players for me. I don't use the player search function. I'm going to suspend that to a point for the start of this one. The reason I'm going to do that is because we don't have a scouting network set up as of yet. So I'm not going to type in players. What I should say is I'm not going to search for English players here. That's against my rules. But what I will do is I'll sort of allow myself to go looking for English players. For example, I know that there's some good English players, then I'm going to do something that I wouldn't normally do. Normally I'd have to wait for the scouts to find them, but I will be I will be sort of searching actively for English players. I mean, the obvious one we want to try and get in is Harry Kane, isn't it? But let's go and have a look at the squad that we've got. If we take, anything else here we want to look at, anybody that's not English, well, they're all going to hopefully have left the club anyway. Pre-season preparations, we can see that there. Injury updates and squad rules. Again, we have our own rules for this. And the transfer window, we can see that there. Now, it is going to be a very, very busy window. And the likes of, say, a Jack Grealish, who would have been great to sign for us, although again, not maybe in a position that we need it. He's not going to come, is he? Because he's only just signed for Manchester City. So let's have a look and see what we have. Now, what I have done is had a quick, well, let's say a shadow squad of what we've got so far. And this is kind of what I'm thinking we have. Now, obviously, there is a big hole we need to fill in midfield. But Henderson as a goalkeeper is, I mean, who are we going to get that's English, that's better, that's a lot better? Pickford is the England #1. We might just have to go with him. Wan-Bissaka, I mean, the back four actually isn't too bad. Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, I think, are fine. Absolutely fine. Maguire is absolutely fine. The issue is next to him. Do we really want Phil Jones? I mean, he's actually attribute-wise not too bad, to be fair. He's a better football manager player than he is in real life. But we probably do need another, well, we will need centre-backs, won't we, to get some sort of squad together. We have nothing in midfield. Absolutely nothing. Of course, McTominay is Scottish, so he needs to go. So that's going to be a problem. And the front three is not too bad. Mason, Greenwood, I mean, you could kind of rotate these guys around, couldn't you? Rashford and also Sancho. So we'd actually probably ideally want to switch Rashford and Greenwood around. But that's not too bad, is it, really? I mean, again, if we could get someone like a Harry Kane in, that would be a very nice place. But obviously, midfield is where we need to strengthen, and probably a centre-back. There's a couple of youngsters that are hanging around, the likes of Axel Tuanzebe, who's at my team, Aston Villa, on loan. He would be a decent player to come back in as a squad player. We also have out on loan Brandon Williams, who would be a decent cover at fullback. Unfortunately, we can't recall them from their loans. Now, one player who I did spot, Jesse Lingard is still around as well, so that's a little bit of depth in those wide attacking areas. The one player I did, Shola Short Tire as well, is a decent. So, I mean, really, wide attacking players were absolutely fine. The other player, where is he, that I saw that could be useful for us is a defender. This guy here, Mengi. He looks absolutely fine as a squad player. So he's not as good as Phil Jones, which doesn't say much, does it? But I think he could be useful for us. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Let me know who you think we should sign, where we should sign. My first thoughts, if we could go in and get, say, the likes of Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips to fill places in midfield would be maybe a good place for us to start. We're going to have, if we look at the finances, right now we have 30 million in the transfer budget, and we have 100% of our revenue that we can retain. So given that we're going to be selling some very good players, we're going to have a lot of money to spend. Wage budget, I mean, we have 200 grand a week right now, but again, we're going to be getting some big earners off. The likes of Pogba, for example, are going to be leaving. So we're going to have money to spend. It's going to be the biggest summer transfer, or the biggest transfer window I've ever had in any Football Manager game ever. I'm actually really excited to see what we can do. And yeah, I mean, look at some of these wage earners. Ronaldo, we're going to have to try and get rid of him. Yeah, De Gea is going to have to leave. Pogba, Varane, Martial. I mean, oh, look, all these guys, all the top earners are leaving the club. So we are definitely going to have money to spend. So, yeah. So if you like the idea of this save, England only, as I say, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. The plan is for this series to run Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So put it in your schedules, and I will see you at the end of, well, not necessarily the end of the transfer, and we'll come back for the start of the Premier League season. Hopefully we will have done most of our business by then. It'll be, well, probably just the one game against Leicester, because we're going to have a lot to catch you up on. So that'll all be for next time, guys. As I said, thumbs up, subscribe, leave comments, all those sorts of algorithm-loving things, and I will see you next time with a lot of transfers and a game against Leicester City. Take care.